What is up, Derail? You tired?
Man, I am tired. Tired, but you know what? I still got energy, caffeine in me. It's gonna kick in. It's gonna kick in.
I think it already kicked in, dude.
Do you think so, people? Yeah. Call me the dude with the high-pitched voice. But I really sometimes I do talk deep. Yeah.
Okay. So, so thank you guys for tuning in for another exciting, dramatical, interesting, out of this world Derail Me.
Robin with big words, dramatical. She said dramatic.
Is that even a word? I don't even know. Yeah. So anyways, so we thought, you know, now that we're, you know, into this new year, what is your 2022 goals? Like your creative goals?
You know,
like number one, let's do it like a list. Okay. What is
I think the number one goal for me is going to be about redefine my comic book stories. That's probably like my number one goal. I need to. That's what I'm going to do. Ain't no need. I'm going to do that by at least by 2022. I'm going to have some stories laid out because I draw so many characters from my sketchbooks, and some of them don't even see the light of day. I have participated in a lot of things, and a lot of those characters that I draw out, they be looking so cool, but they have no substance, no light. They just like, they static and they look cool.
Yeah.
So now that's what I'm doing. Like just doing the whole thing, which got back to doing the 24-hour comic book thing. What I've been doing right now, like some of the characters that I did in that, I'm gonna try to redefine those characters, flesh them out better, draw them out better, and try to get like each one, hopefully like a background story.
Yeah.
Because one of those characters that I did in there, I did them when I was in grade school. Okay, we're talking about I'm like 13, 14 years old, and I just revisited, you know, and so I'm looking at now. Let's for myself, like let's go back and touch back. Get back to the things what I used to do, why I used to do it, and let's refresh them out now. Yeah. So, because nobody never seen them. The only people that might have seen them that was going to grade school with me. And now, you're talking about that's like.
Well, and I've seen some of them.
Yeah, some of them. You know, but we're talking about that stuff, and I drew. You're talking about like the late '80s, like especially this last 24 hours. I looked at that particular sheet of paper that I had. I use as a reference to do it. We're talking about like 1988, 89.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm doing, you know. So I'm going to do that. Also, I gotta share too, like, and it's not a bad thing. Like, it's kind of motivating me too. Like DC, they put out a recruitment for artists, like to join a company. And I missed out on that.
Oh wow.
Yeah, because like, you know, they're looking for a portfolio. And I'm just saying to myself, like, you know, like I have a regular job, and I'm just like, man, it takes work when you do that. And I just don't want to put out nothing and just, I just did it. And it's like, no, I want to put my best foot forward. So like, yeah, you do, if I put it out there, you're going to choose me. You know, so I wish everybody the best of luck who have participated by DC, what they have did, because the submission was the 15th of November.
Do they do that every year, you think? Or?
This is something new. Oh. This is something, I want to say they had a company, this was with Dwayne McDuffie, God rest his soul. He was such a significant writer. He made a company, I want to say, called Milestone. I don't know, do you remember Milestone?
It sounds familiar, but I'd know it if I seen some of the stuff that come out of there.
You probably seen it, like, remember the cartoon show Static Shock? Remember that cartoon that came out back in the day?
No.
Oh, I'm trying to think of something else, but it was DC. It was a very well-known cartoon
I mean, I don't remember, it doesn't mean I didn't see it.
Right.
You know, we grayer and older now,
yeah.
So, you know. Let's just put that out there, you know. Yeah. We ain't gonna remember a whole lot of stuff.
Not a lot.
But,
yeah.
Okay.
But just to make a long story short, they was doing, I want to say they're doing recruitment for that particular line of comics. So, like I said, I missed out on that. So, do I feel bad about it? No, it just now just motivate me to say, you know what? Let me do my own thing. Not saying I got nothing against DC or Marvel. If you want to recruit me, like, yeah, you go on my Instagram, yeah, sure, do that. By no means, I ain't gonna be turning you down, but
I would love for you to. I'm sorry,
go ahead.
but while I'm thinking about it, I think I've been on you about this for many, many years. Yeah. But I would love to see you use this time now to develop your online presence. Yeah. Build a website that people can buy T-shirts, comic books, that kind of stuff. Some of your, character designs, that kind of thing. Yeah. And really just start putting that out there, because your characters are so much fun. Yeah. I think even if they were a sticker, and I say sticker, not that it's a a bad thing, because let me tell you, since I was a kid, I love stickers. Yeah. I still love stickers. Yeah. And I've been collecting stickers for a long time. Yeah. So I love it. I love stickers. Yeah. And I think when I look at some of your characters, I can see them like as a sticker. I want to stick them on something. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I know what you mean. So love you to just develop, like I'm just giving you suggestions. However you feel like it fits your artistry is up to you. Yeah. But I think building a website so that you have an ability to sell things, even if you join one of those online sites that have all the things, all you got to do is plug it in and get it ready. Yeah. That's up to you. But I think that should be right there, and that number one top thing, because doing that is already going to be half of the process, and then you're going to be creating the rest of the time. Yeah. But today's world, you gotta get on the matrix. Yeah,
you're right. And that's, like I said, that's my goal for 2020. Like I said, the 24-hour kind of kicked it off. Like I said, I've been skimming through a lot of my old artwork that I have been doing and stuff like that. So it's like now I'm going to have to do these outlines of these characters and commit to them. Because I do sometimes have this tendency, I just draw and just leave it alone. Now, I need to, as you call it, come back to it, revisit it, as you call it, get a little personal with the work, just say, hey, I want to redefine these guys, so that's pretty much going to be my goal. Write more stories, do the sequential art, and take it from there. But that's going to be my goal for 2020. Stories, making stories.
Yeah, I feel you. Yeah. I've watched you come a long way since us being in school. Yeah. And, I think one of the things I remember back then when I first met you is how quiet and reserved you were. Yeah. And, all you wanted to do was draw. Yeah. And that's all it's like, I think you underliningly taught me things too along the way, because I was just like, he's just doing his thing. He ain't trying to be like nothing. It was just, he loved to draw, and I love to draw too, but I never really showed people my drawings because it wasn't like yours. Yeah. I didn't consider it drawing, you know what I mean? Right. It was more like therapy for me. Yeah. But I enjoyed watching you do your thing, and getting you to a point where you would start showing your work, start being part of the collective, start, really pushing yourself to be where you want to be, because my notion of where to be is different than your notion of where to be. Yeah. And so, I think along those lines, that's a great start for you, and it's not like you're starting from down here. You're already here. Yeah. Now it's just defining it and redefining it, and just, finessing it to the point where your online presence represents you 100%.
Yeah. And I'm going to say this too, Robin. And again, I'm going to say this to everybody. We did not rehearse this. We're talking. We had an outline. We said, what is our goals? Because for one of the things with this channel, we ain't no trying. We are authentic. I'm definitely going to say that. So, to come back to what we're talking about.
Well, I don't know.
That's a good one, but
I don't know.
But I am going to say this though, Robin. I came across your writing that you did for your character, Raven. I sat back and I read it, and I was just like, wow.
I still would love for us to try to do a comic book with that story.
And that's what I was going to say too. That would be another 2022 for next year, for us to do another collaboration, because our really, really good collaboration, ladies and gentlemen, if nobody don't know, we did a chessboard. It was by far, it was challenging, but it was so cool because basically I think I had to do 5x4 cards, and basically I had to make them fit inside a chessboard. So the chessboard, it was a nice size, but I did these drawings.
No, the squares were like 3x3.
They were 3x3? Okay, 3x3, ladies and gentlemen, and yes, I drew them. So how many pieces I drew? It was like 28, 32.
I forget how many pieces. They were all the opposite, the black squares.
Yeah.
But that was a great story.
Yeah.
And there wasn't any words. It was storyline from the top to the bottom, how you read it. And it was really based off this apocalyptic notion of the last two people on Earth who were a vampire and a werewolf.
Yep.
So that was an interesting tale because number one, we had to stay within a certain amount of squares. So it wasn't like, I said, well, tell the story how you tell the story. Here's my idea, and I left this, you to draw. And of course, there was a lot that we deleted from it, only because we had to condense it to fit in a certain parameter. But I'll tell you, that was a great collaboration.
Yeah.
I'll put a link to that chessboard. I think I still have it on my website.
And I think I have it. I think I put it on DeviantArt, which I need to start posting again. I haven't been posting like I was supposed to on DeviantArt, but I think I do have those artworks on there, I believe. So.
Yeah. I disassembled that chessboard.
Did you?
Only for practical reasons.
Right.
But the top of it is still intact. Okay. And I think what I plan to do, and I might have taken it off my website, I'm not sure.
Okay.
But what I'm planning to do with it, because it wasn't really a playable chessboard, it was more of a conceptual one. Yeah. And it still is, even without the base.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure. I still have the base, and but I thought what would be easier would be to have it as a hangable piece.
Yeah.
Because it is a great story, and I think it being read, looking at it as a tabletop type of thing, even though it wasn't really,
Right.
I think if people were to see it just hanging, it would be more
visible. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But anyways, there's that. I mean, and I really love collaborating with you, and I think at some point, I think when we tried to do it early on, we were both too young and green in our things. Yeah. But I think it would be a really great comic book story, something that we could do in the near future, guys. Maybe. Yeah. So my number one thing I need to focus on, now that I'm not really running a gallery space, we still here in a physical space, but as a collector group. And that's great because now that relinquishes me the responsibility of running a space.
Yeah.
So my number one thing is also my online presence. And, I already actually started with the 4Art space in terms of, getting 4Art Diaries sort of implemented across the platforms as 4Art Diaries.
Yeah.
So that's done, check. Second thing now I can focus on is redefining and really putting my own website and my online shops so they all are cohesive and look alike, and decide what online shops I'm going to keep and what I'm not.
Okay.
So I want to do that, number one. Once all that technical stuff is done, there are many, my number two, after the technical stuff, my number two goal is to get some of the art paintings done. that I have in my soul to do. That I'll be honest with you guys, I just haven't had the guts to tackle them because it's deep.
Really?
It's deep. I mean, I'm sure with everybody with this pandemic and everything that's been going on, I have been struggling, y'all.
Really?
Mentally, emotionally, and I've got this stuff in me right now. Yeah. And it's like, I'm afraid to look at it. I'm afraid to look at it.
Okay. Well, I'm just going to say, you know me, you got to sit down, you got to do it. Just get very secluded.
And I know you guys can relate. It's that gut, that deep stuff, that looking in the mirror kind of stuff, that sometimes you need to take a minute in order to have the strength
to do it.
To do it.
Yeah.
Because, you know, I mean, I can tell you there's a lot of pieces that I have made with tears in my eyes, crying and creating at the same time. That's real talk. Okay. You know, but that's emotions for you. That's what art is about. That's how, you know, you can do. And I can tell you there's stuff with emotions and I always tell artists, things don't always have to have a, you know, deep-seated, emotional, like crying, depressive kind of stuff. It can be happy. Yeah. Emotions come in all different, you know, things. So, but right now, a lot of those emotions I got in me right now is really tough to deal with. It's tough to deal with while my eyes is open. It's tough to deal with when my eyes is closed. Wow. So I need to have this sort of momentary break, and I think while I'm dealing with the technical aspect, that's going to give me an opportunity to deal with my mental thing, so that when I purge, it's not only real, but I'm able to do it and not feel like I'm a hold back. You know what I mean? Like, I think, and you guys probably understand where I'm coming from. See, like, when it's so deep right now and on the surface, it's hard for you to be honest about it because you don't want to believe that emotion. But once I can let myself kind of deal with it, I think I'll be able to create a really deep and honest piece, or pieces, however it comes out. But that's my number 2, is to knuckle up and get ready to be serious. You know, I've done a lot of small things last few months, and they're fun little things, and they're all about like spreading the love and that kind of thing. But I kind of follow my stream of consciousness and subconsciousness, and it's telling me it's time to get real with yourself. You know, stop hiding behind the little things, which the little things I'm not poo-pooing at all. I love doing them. They're fun. They're I always call them the in-betweens. Fun, and, you know, things that people really enjoy. And, but now, the feeling is coming on me. It's time.
You know, I'm gonna say too, I should have stretched because I'm like real fidgety. I don't hope anybody looking at, how are you moving? He's moving so much. I'm like stretching my butt off too. I should have stretched before we did the video or whatnot.
Well, that's all right.
No,
we don't mind seeing you stretch.
Okay, cool.
If you had a little bit more muscles, it would be actually.
I know, right? Like, woo!
You could do it with your shirt off.
I know, right? Like,
this video will take a whole different.
It would. Like, the gun show. Get ready, everybody. The gun show. Stretching.
So, what would your number 2 be then?
Oh, my number 2 would be. I'm already doing the which I have been hitting the digital, but I'm thinking if and dealt with it is getting back into 3D. Getting back into that, and which now you got some apps out here, like they're really, really freaking cool. I came across, I think it's like Nomad or something like that, and it's really freaking cool. Just something that I can do, as I call it, to implement also within when I'm doing the traditional 2D drawings and whatnot. But also too, I probably want to try to push on to do Blender. Blender, I wanna learn that.
That's an animation program?
And it is. And what's so funny about that, I gotta get this to this guy. He used to go to school, his name was Bobby. Bobby was...
Did I know him?
You know what? You probably might know Bobby. Bobby, he went to our school.
You know, I think I know him.
Yeah.
I can almost see his face.
Yeah. Oh, Bobby, we know how you look. But no, but Bobby, he was a special type of guy, and not just saying like that, but no, he had some really concepts and really good ideas. And I know at one point we was trying to collaborate, but sometimes you know how they go, like, oh, you collaborate, let's do it, yeah, man.
Like me, you, and Nefty. Hey, Nefty, I hope you're watching this
video.
Yeah,
you too.
We miss you, dude.
Yeah, we did try to collaborate. That first collaboration,
we had fun though. We had fun. I miss those days.
But it was serious, everybody. She made me and Nefty sign a contract. We came over to the house. Yeah,
we were like little kids.
But she was serious. She was like, look.
You ain't stealing my idea.
You want to sign this? Me and Nefty looking like, what the fuck?
They're like, should we sign this?
Yeah.
I was like, you better. You ain't leaving this basement
until you sign. I was like, oh, okay. Like, I felt my soul forever signed to that. Like, don't never talk about this project. You know,
I probably still have those. I might have kept them just for, hold y'all to it.
Yeah. But that was good times, you know. So, but really, I have to say that number 2 for me will be getting back more into the 3D. I want to get into the 3D.
I would love to see that, because I've always said your characters, you need to not only have the 2D with them, but you should also have a little 3D. Even if it was like a 3-second walk or talk or whatever. Yeah. Come on, guys, help me get on him. Help me. And
then too, I think, which I know I did the animation for our show here, but getting more acclimated with that too. Like, I mean, like I said, I'm okay with it, what I done, but just get better with it in Clip Studio. So
we need to make that happen too here, so we can show people. Remember you said you had the screens or something? You were gonna put them on the screens?
Oh, yeah.
So there you go.
Yeah. So that'll
be halfway there.
Yeah. So a lot of work to do, but it's going to be done. Or I hope I'm saying.
Okay, so this is going to be our top 3. What's your third?
Oh shoot, I ain't even
3 goals. We need 3 goals.
Okay, so 1, more stories, comic book stories. 2 is going to be doing more, as you want to say, 3D, and then 3, doing more animation. So
is it 3D animation?
I say 2D animation.
2D animation.
Yeah, 2D animation. So again, doing more 2D. Or I might try to do 3D animation. So, but I'm more or less thinking about 2D animation now. Okay. So, because there's been some stuff I do want to do. I think too, watching the movie, you need to watch this movie too. It's actually called, I think, matter of fact, it has the feel of.
And of course, he can't remember the name.
No, I cannot. I cannot remember the name, but I seen the movie. Yes.
Oh, you guys are gonna hate this channel.
It's kind of, they had a vibe like the first heavy metal movie.
Okay, well,
I think it's called The Spine.
When you think about it,
I think it's called The Spine of Night. I might be wrong.
Okay, but you still gotta text it to me, because I can tell you by the time I shut this video down, I already forgot.
Okay.
I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah.
You know, I really. It's that deep.
Mm-hmm. Same here.
But here, I want to see it though, for sure.
But
you know what my number 3 is?
What's that?
Collaborating.
Okay.
I want us to do some fun stuff. Not just a comic book. I would love for us to start if we can.
Yeah.
But another collaboration I would love us to have fun doing is maybe a stop motion shorts.
Okay.
Jared, I hope you're watching this, but me and Jared were doing that one summer when I went to go visit him, and we did this little animation, which I don't have a copy of, but I would love for him to send me a copy. I used to have it on the YouTube channel, but I think he got off of YouTube and it was his. He just shared it. Okay. So I'm gonna see if he still has a copy. If he does, I'm gonna post it. It it was really kind of creepy.
Oh, yeah.
But that thing was so fun.
Yeah, okay.
It was so fun. So I would love for us to play around like that and just have some little stop motion animation stuff.
Okay.
And if you guys think you would like to see that, please comment below.
Okay.
But that would be my number 3.
Okay.
Did I say number 2? Yeah, I said number 2.
You did. You did say number 2. You did. You already said. That's what I was thinking too. You said number 3. I was like, oh man. So, okay.
Well, we got to go in 3s. 3 is
Yeah.
a good number.
Yeah.
Because when we don't get to number 1, we still got 2 left. Okay? That's how I look at it.
3 is the number. Okay.
3 is the number.
Woo.
3 is it.
3.
Well, guys, thank you for tuning in. And I hope you guys have your top 3 goals for 2022, because I think it's important to think about the things that you want to aspire to this year. Let's not let the negativity of the pandemic stop us in our track. We need to keep going.
That's right.
And keep doing what we do best.
Keep going. But we going to get going. We're gonna get off the YouTube channel of the 4Art Diaries. Yeah.